I wanted to address, because we didn't last week. We had a podcast question of the week a while ago, which was, are you doing physical or digital?
Oh yeah,
media. Mm-hmm. We didn't even address this last week, so I thought I would do that real quick. I was surprised, legitimately, how many people spoke in favor of physical. It was mostly, I would say 95%. I like to have a hard copy. But there was lots in the middle that are like, hey, if it's convenient, I'll get it digitally, whatever. But sure. If I really like it, I got to have a copy of it. So that was really interesting. But a lot of it also, too, I'm seeing, who was it? I lost it. But anyway, there's a lot of people, too, who just can't get it where they're at. The thing is like we're having the physical versus digital debate here in Southern California.
Right.
But there's a lot of people who are in like I'm in a part of Scotland that cannot get internet that's higher than like 56K.
So it's only
I am absolutely, I do not care about digital anything. Like sure. I don't it's just interesting because a lot of times people have shows like us or people who, whatever, get caught up in that city. It's if you're living in Southern California or Seattle or San Francisco, but all these other areas out there, that's just not really like appealing,
Yeah.
So it was really interesting how many people were into still doing physical copies. But a lot of people like, and I do too, I agree with this. I like that Blu-rays will have the digital copy.
Yeah, no, I like that
That
too.
used to be like, who cares to me? And now when you redeem it, I have it immediately on my iPad. I watch that every time I fly. I have like all of my movies are on there, so that's cool. But then also like the fact that iTunes now mirrors that on, if you have Apple TV, you have access to any of those movies. So you could just be like cleaning the house and, you know what, fuck it, I'll put Scarface on. There you go. Okay, done. And it's right there, whatever. If you didn't want to go get the thing, you have the option either way. Blu-ray still looks, sounds, whatever, better.
A lot of times if you buy a vinyl now, you get a code.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that's great
Which
too.
makes sense because you can't have that song anywhere else. So
Yeah.
You know what was interesting? The Nine Inch Nails record came with an actual CD.
they do that all the time. It's
Really?
cheaper, I think.
It was a CD in
throw
just
it
a
in.
paper sleeve.
Wow.
Yeah, they do that a lot. Actually.
But also too, what a lot of people want to do is get a high quality file. You can rip the MP3s of that easily.
Yeah.
And you can rip it lossless if you want. So I kind of like that.
Did
too.
you guys hear what U2 is doing?
No.
Okay, so
yeah, their new album,
Ben-
U2 versus Terrorism.
yeah, been on the record as saying I don't like U2. I don't give a fuck about U2. But what they're doing, I actually thought was like, oh, okay, that's very interesting. So they had a commercial on Super Bowl for their album and said today and tomorrow it's free on iTunes. Go get it, and every download that we get we're going to donate $1 to fight AIDS in Africa or something like that. But it's like that was like
I
a
thought
lot
they were fighting
of.
terrorism.
I think this was AIDS. But,
Oh, okay.
But anyways, I was like, that is actually that's crazy. You're doing that. Like that to me was like I was surprised by that gesture.
Yeah.
So,
That's
you know what,
very
you
cool.
two, good on you.
We'll see if
I don't
it
like
gets
your
there.
music.
That
Bono,
seems,
I don't like you really, but you know.
that seems to be a marketing trend.
How about
though.
you just download $1 million to AIDS and I don't have to listen to your album?
That sounds better to me.
That's way better.
Just donate it and I'll stay away
There-
from you.
you know what the trend?
then U2 doesn't get into my lexicon.
A
The
lot
trend
of
with
artists-
Super Bowl commercials this year was so much stuff, random stuff in your face, that to the point where I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at, what you're selling me. Like I don't. It was too much. Like you have to tone it down and make it simpler. It
I
was
follow
crazy.
the director Joseph Kahn on Twitter, and he nailed it. He said,
Joseph!
"Oh,
That's what he said.
I just got it." He noticed. He said, "No." He said, "Americans don't realize all their commercials are spoken word poetry and handycam footage."
Yep, that's 100% true. It's true.
So just
Did,
keep that in mind when you're watching.
I saw on the internet the Budweiser horses and the little puppy, and that's going to make a lot of women cry.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It made me
Hell
go a
yeah.
little teary-eyed. Did you guys see that one?
Which one?
No.
Budweiser?
Are they still doing
Clydesdales?
those fucking horses?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Clydesdales.
oh yeah,
my
yeah,
god,
oh,
that's
yeah.
been like 17 years. Like, stop.
Yeah, I watch out with a buddy at work, and he's like, "Oh man, this is gonna make my wife cry on Sunday." And I'm like, watching it with it, I'm like, "Yeah, my mom's gonna cry when she watches this, 100%." That's like what they do.
Wow.
They cry.
Emotion economy.
That trend by giving the album out free, like the first 2 days, or like
Yeah.
Daft Punk let you stream it, I believe.
You could just listen to it on iTunes.
Yeah, a lot of that seems to be a recent trend with record sale, I guess.
I mean, that's cool to me. Like,
Hey,
that's
so-
awesome.
so-
What is that? What's the purpose of that, though? I mean, I
Get your
guess just
music
getting
out there,
interest.
Okay, so what? Well, I can't speak for any other group, but I read about Daft Punk doing it.
Yeah.
And what it was is Daft Punk was putting out that album. They knew it was an anticipated album.
It's gonna get pirated like crazy.
They asked, hey, let us know once these are in the UPS trucks to go out to their facilities and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Okay. And they found that day, oh, it's going to be Tuesday. Okay. Hey, iTunes, stream the album for free on Tuesday. And the reason they did is it's controlled. They knew as soon as it went to the facilities, the print, out of the factory into the whatever, that someone's going to rip it and whatever.
it's gonna be torn.
So they circumvented it. They put that up, and it did leak out. But everyone's like, "Well, I'll just listen to it on iTunes."
I did that.
And
I
they
just listened to it for free.
Yeah, me
and they
too,
get
me
a little.
too.
They got a little cut out of it. It wasn't like buying the song, but they got a little bit out of it.
Cool.
And it drummed up tons of excitement.
I think
You
what
go
it
listen to it,
is before piracy, you could release your best song as a band, and people, if they liked it, to find out if the rest of your album was good, they had to buy it and experiment with it. But with piracy, there's no more paying to experiment, and you can't really fight that. Like, you're not going to make money by selling albums to people who don't already know who you are. So your best bet is to just give your music away and find as many people who truly love it to be super fans, and then they'll go to
give
your
you money.
shows
Yeah.
and they'll buy you shirts. And so the music itself doesn't really generate any kind of like income for you.
Yeah.
So it's not really valuable. So don't charge anything for it. Just give it away.
That seems to be the new way to fight.
If you're big enough, you can do it.
Yeah.
And then U2 takes it one step further, and they bring their
AIDS.
charity into it. So they give it away for free. You become a super fan, and
But-
you help cure AIDS.
But the thing is it really. But the fact is, you go download that. I don't even know if I like U2. Well, it's free, and you download it. Hey, they've intercepted you. They are now on your iPod.
yeah, you put it on
It'll-
random. You might get a U2 song. You might like it.
You may have always been against them, but they're in your car now.
Yeah.
and now you're hearing
for me,
them,
it's like, well, I could download it for free, and I give $1 essentially to fight this thing.
Yeah, you should do that.
I should. And so it's like, well, they got me to download a YouTube song. That is almost impossible.
Well, I mean, some old U2 songs are good, but I
Some-
doubt anything new is
Now,
gonna
my
be-
joke about U2 versus terrorism is because Red Hot Chili Peppers just released a new song called...
Not real.
Oh god,
That wasn't real?
Not just found out today. Not real.
Oh, thank God.
It is from Comedy Bang Bang.
Oh, okay,
It's
cool.
a parody by Zach Galifianakis and John Daly. It's called Abracadabra California.